Okay guys, one of the toughest real estate journeys that I see with my clients is buying and selling a home. So we know that buying a home can be stressful. We know that selling a home can be stressful. Well, imagine trying to do both at the same time. Today, I'm going to give you 5 tips plus a bonus on how you can manage that process successfully so that you can alleviate stress and get the home of your dreams if you are buying and selling. Let's go. Okay, number 1, whether you are buying and selling or just buying in general, I always tell my clients to start with the lender first. That's always the first person you should chat with during your real estate journey. Now, I know we always want to start with the realtor first, and a good realtor will always tell you to start with the lender first, but let me tell you why. Let's say that you're thinking about selling your home and buying your next home or your forever home. You have these grand ideas of what that next home is going to look like, feel like, where it's going to be, so on and so forth, but you haven't talked to a lender to figure out what your purchase parameters might be. I've seen a lot of dreams deflated because clients will come to me and they say, Chad, we want to move to this area of the city, or we want this type of home, or we need this many bedrooms. And then they talk to a lender and they figure out this just may not be feasible for us at this time, but they've already thought through, we want to sell our home and we want to get into our next home, and now they're deflated. I've also seen the second circumstance where clients have come and they say, hey, we have a life circumstance that's prompting us to sell our home, but we just don't know what type of home we can get into. And they're pleasantly surprised when they talk to a lender about the type of home that they can afford. So you want to make sure that your expectations are aligned and that you have realistic expectations if you're selling a home and you're looking towards buying a home on the next side. Talk to a lender first. Make sure that you're timing the market accordingly. Make sure that you're talking with the real estate professional. Understand the ebbs and flows of the market. When is the best time to buy? When is the best time to sell? Now, if you're selling and buying, I do tell my clients, you can't always have your cake and eat it too. Typically, we're either in a buyer's market or we're in a seller's market at the time that you're making a decision. It's hard for clients to comprehend, why can't I sell my home for maximum price, but also get a home for dirt cheap? Well, those are 2 different markets. If you're in a seller's market, you're likely going to see more competition on the home that you're selling, but you're also going to experience more competition on the home that you're buying. Conversely, if it's a buyer's market, you may not see very strong offers, or your home may be sitting a little bit longer for the home that you're selling, but comparatively, the home that you're buying, you may have less competition as well. So make sure that you're talking to a real estate professional so that you understand exactly where you are when it comes to seasonality in your real estate journey. Okay, next tip. If you're thinking about buying a home and selling a home at the same time, most clients will always want to start on the buy side first. For whatever reason, they're at home late night, they're sitting together, they're searching homes on Zillow, and all of a sudden that perfect home pops up that they want to put an offer on or put a bid on. And then I'm getting a phone call the next morning. Hey, Chad, the perfect home popped up on the market. Can we put a bid? Can we put an offer? Oh yeah, we have to sell our home as well. Let me tell you this, guys, that's going to put any buyer seller in a strange predicament. What you're doing, if you try to look at homes first that you want to buy, and then you say, hey, we found the perfect home, let's get ready to sell, you're putting a lot of pressure on both your realtor and the transaction in general, because everything is going to feel rushed now. You're saying, oh, we gotta get our home on the market quickly because we can't miss out on this home that we want to buy. You're not able to do all the small repairs, the staging, the painting, the home cleanings, getting professional pictures, because you're so rushed. You want to get your home on the market quickly and try to get it sold quickly. So I tell my clients, focus on your home sale first. If you know that you want to buy a home as a result of selling a home, focus on that selling home first. And now, what do I mean by that? That doesn't mean that you have to get the home sold before you go buy it. But I tell my clients, at least get that home up to the starting line. At least get the home that you're selling up to the starting line, and then you could go search to your heart's desire. What do I mean by getting it to the starting line? So when you're talking with the realtor, typically most realtors are going to give you a game plan on how to get your home from A to Z in terms of the listing prep process. So I might come in, I'll look at the home, I'll do an analysis. I'll say, we need to paint this room, we need carpet in that room, we need to declutter the cellar room, we need to stage the room on the far side of the house, whatever it may be. I need you to do all of that stuff first before you even start looking at homes. Before you even start clicking around on Zillow, take the time to do that listing prep piece. Here's why. If I can get you to the starting line with your home being show ready, now we can kind of pump the brakes putting that home on the market, because you may be saying to yourself, I want to find that perfect home before I put my home on the market. Well, at least we've already done most of the listing prep, and we have it at the starting line to where if you found that home tomorrow, then we can put your home on the market tomorrow as well and try to get it sold, and at least you haven't lost that time trying to get it prepped. That way you can now look at homes with less pressure. You know that your home is in top-notch shape to get top profit, and you can feel comfortable that you haven't skipped out on any of that process. Okay, next tip. Contingent clauses within a purchase offer. Now, if you need to sell a home and you say, hey, we put our home on the market, we are under contract, now we're gonna go buy a home or put a purchase contract on a home that we want to buy, you wanna make sure that you're protected up front just in case your home sale does not go through. We call that a contingency home sale clause. Now, depending on how competitive your market is, this is actually a smart clause to include into your purchase offer of the home that you want to buy, just in case you aren't able to sell your home. This gives you an automatic exit clause from your purchase contract, and you can get your earnest money back. Here's the caveat with a contingent home sale. If you're in a competitive market, a lot of sellers will not look at a contingent home favorably. Think about it like this. If you are selling your own home and a buyer comes to you and they say, hey, we really want to buy your home, but we need to make sure that our home sells as well, you may not feel as comfortable with that buyer. So just understand there are pros and cons with contingent offer scenarios. There's also some ways that you can maneuver around using contingency clauses, but I'll let you discuss that with your realtor, because I don't want to get in trouble on this video about some of those ways that you can actually avoid putting a contingency clause and using other provisions or parameters within your purchase contract to protect you. Okay, next tip, make sure you have a plan in place for temporary housing. Now, there's always the case that the home that you're selling and the home that you're buying, the timelines may not line up. So let's say you put your home on the market, it's under contract, it's closing 30 days out, but you still have not found a home to purchase. Make sure that you have a plan for temporary housing in the event that your home sells quicker than you're able to find another property to purchase. Now, another tidbit that you can use in that situation is what we call a post-occupancy clause. You can negotiate with the buyers on the home that you are selling. We might need 30 days in our home. We might need 60 days in our home after the sale of this property. I stay in this property so that we can actually go find a home. That's actually another good tidbit when it comes to contingent offers, and you're saying, hey, I don't want to do a contingent offer situation. We want to sell our property first, get closed. We want to stay in our property, and that actually allows us a buffer to find our dream home and get under contract on the buy side, even while we are staying in our home temporarily through a post-occupancy clause. Okay, here's a quick bonus for you guys. Talk with your realtor and your lender about programs out there that will allow you to maybe buy a home first before you actually have to sell a home. Now, there are a lot of parameters that go with these type of programs, and you can discuss that with the lender, and every lender will be different in the type of programs that they offer. This actually can be a very advantageous situation for buyers who are able to qualify first without selling their home. They can purchase a home without the stress of prepping their home, getting it on the market, and getting it closed. They can actually put a contract on their dream home up front, move into that dream home, and then worry about selling the home later. Again, there's a lot of stipulations that come with these programs, but most of the time, if you qualify for those type of programs, it can really work in your advantage. Okay guys, so those are just a few tips and tricks that I like to share with my clients up front if they're thinking about buying or selling a home. Remember, that is a very tricky transaction, but right guidance from the right real estate professional, you can make it through successfully and with the least amount of stress to get into your forever home and sell the home that you need to sell to make that dream happen. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this content, make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you can be one of the first to know when content drops on a weekly basis. Also, if you find yourself in the real estate market, check out my comment section below where I provide my home buyer and home seller guides for free. Go ahead and download them. Hope they're of use. Hope to talk to you guys soon.